Good evening. My name is Mrs. Esther Ayam, and I'll be taking your questions and answers on comments. These are the questions that you're going to see so that you know. Let's start now. Thank you. This paper type B, as you can see, UTME comments questions. Number one, which comments question paper is given to you? That is the answer. Which comment question paper is given to you? A is type A, B type B, C type C, D is type D. The answer to this question is A, type A. We are answering comments question type A. Number two, the wealth of a nation depends on the volume of it. The wealth of a nation depends on the volume of it. A, bilateral trade activities. B, commercial activities. C, multilateral trade activities. D, stock market. The wealth of a nation depends on the volume of it. Number two, that is B, commercial activities. You can check it out yourself, the commercial activities. Number three, which of the following can be used to differentiate skilled and unskilled labor? Remember, skilled and unskilled labor. Which of the following can be used to differentiate skilled and unskilled labor? A, education and training. B, available resources. C, level of commitment. D, salaries and wages. Which of the following can be used to differentiate skilled and unskilled labor? If you know skilled and unskilled labor, you know that the answer is A, education and training, differential skilled and unskilled labor. Number four, a doctor who attends to patients at home after his official duty in school. A doctor that is after attending patients in his official duty and right at home, he attends someone else is who? A community development officer. B, a direct service worker. C, an indirect service worker. D, a direct and indirect service worker. What is the answer? The answer is B, a direct service worker. A doctor who attends to patients at home after his official duty is a direct service worker. Let's go to number five. Number five. Manufacturing activities are classified under. I'm going to clean this. Because it's not the right answer. Number five. Manufacturing and constructive activities are classified under A, primary production, B, tertiary production, C, secondary production, and D, direct service. Direct service. Answer to number five is C, secondary production. Let's go to number six. The reward of rent, wages, interest, and profit accrue from A, capital, labor, land, and entrepreneur, respectively. B, land, entrepreneur, labor, and capital, respectively. C, land, labor, capital. When you're answering this question, look at it very well so that it is confusing, so that you don't take the wrong answer. Number C, land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur, respectively. And D, labor, entrepreneur, land, and capital, respectively. Look at the answers very well so that you don't be confused. The answer to that question is C, land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur, respectively. Let's go to number 7. The factor of production that is subject to depreciation is the factor of production. Remember, factor of production, we have many of them. That this one, the one that is subject to depreciation is what? A, capital. B, land. A, capital. B, land. C, labor. D, entrepreneur. The answer to that question is A. A, capital. The factor of production that is subject to depreciation is what? Capital. Capital can depreciate. Let's go to number 8 now. Division of labor ultimately leads to what? You know division of labor. Conservation, integration, specialization, repetition. You can close your eyes and think. C. Division of labor ultimately leads to specialization. Number 9. A worker who processes rice is engaged in A. Constructive activity, B. Commercial activity, C. Extractive activity, D. Manufacturer activity. Answer is D. A worker who processes rice is engaged in manufacturer activity. Number 10. After sales service is a function usually rendered by a retailer, a wholesaler, an agent, an entrepreneur. The answer is A. After sales service is a function usually rendered by a retailer. It's a retailer that offers us service. Let's go to number 11. 11. A trend. Look at the question very well. Number 11. A trend in retailing which enables consumers to have free access to different products is A. After-sales service, B. Branding, C. Self-services, D. Vending machine. The answer is self-service. Number C. Check it out. Let's go to number 12. Number 12 says, you're going to clean this. Number 12, the activity which entails buying of goods in bulk and selling in small quantities to retailers is called what? Assembly, wholesaling, retailing, merchandising, wholesaling. You can close your eyes and take this. The activity which entails buying of goods in bulk, you buy goods in bulk and you sell in small quantities to retailers. Then 13. Number 13 question says, the comparison of a country visible and invisible balance of trade, D, terms of payment. The answer is C, balance of trade. Number 14, let's go to number 14. Number 14. Number 14 says, the document that gives an importer a free hand to obtain goods from any manufacturer is what? Notice. Number 8. The option A is the consular invoice. B. A closed index. C. An open index. D. A friend note. The document that gives an importer a free hand to obtain goods from any manufacturer is called an open index. The answer is C. Take it. That is number 14. Number 15. Number 15. Entrepot trade usually occurs. Entrepot trade usually occurs in A. Exchanging goods within a nation. B. Exchanging goods among countries. C. Importing goods to be re-exported. D. Exporting goods to be re-imported. Extraport trade usually occurs in where? The answer is C. Importing goods to be re-exported. Let's go to number 16. Number 16 says, the document issued to a port when goods are deposited is a dash. The document issued to a port authority when goods are deposited is called A. Dock landing document. B. Bill of site. C. Bill of landing. D. Dock warrant. What is the name of that document issued to a port authority when goods are deposited? The answer is what? Purchaser is applied in. The details of the goods required by the purchaser, that is someone that is purchasing the goods, is applied in A, a consular invoice, B, an index, C, an invoice, D, a certificate of origin. Look at this. At price below their marginal cost is called what? Selling goods in foreign countries. When you export your goods in foreign countries and you are selling below their marginal cost is called what? Dumping, depreciation, devaluation, discounting. This is the correct answer. Dumping. Number 19. A process of creating more market. The process of creating more market for a product is through A, consumerism, B, marketing, C, advertising, D, repositioning. A process of creating more market for a product is through dash. That is my 19th question. The answer is C, advertising. When you advertise your goods, you create more market for the product. Let's go to number what? Number 20 now. Number 20. One of the merits of television, that is one of the advantages of television. One of the merits of television as a medium of advertising is that A, that it is prone to censorship. B, is relatively cheap. C, as a medium of advertising is what? That is number 20. The answer is C. Has more sensory stimulation. Number 21. The best mode of ensuring that item posted got to the name address through A, recorded delivery, B, registered mail, C, certificate of posting, D, express mail. The best method of ensuring that item posted got to the name address through what? That is question number 21. And the answer is B, registered mail. Let's go to question number 22. 22. Just wait for a moment. Let's display question number 22. A businessman, look at question number 22. A businessman who undertakes the whole insurance policy is aiming at A, consenting losses on damages to the cargo, B, protecting injured crew in the ship, averting payment of freight, covering damages to the body of the ship. That is question number 22. The answer is A. That's to be passed. Let's go to question number 23. An agent who brings a customer into business contact with his principal is known as what? An agent who brings a customer into business contact with his principal is known as what? The answer is D, a broker. Forget about this one. These ones are not the correct answer. Number 24. A major hindrance to tourism growth in Nigeria is what? What is the challenge tourism growth in Nigeria is facing? A, absence of genuine tour operators. B, lack of tourism master plan. C, inadequate tourist centers. D, non-compliance to immigration laws. Which one is the correct answer? The answer is B, lack of tourism master plan. Right now, Nigeria, we don't have a good tourism master plan. 25. Let's go to question number 25. The warehouse that is owned and controlled by the government is a wholesale warehouse, public warehouse, state warehouse, manufacturer's warehouse. Manufacturer's warehouse. Which one is the correct answer? The warehouse that is owned and controlled by the government is called public warehouse. Let's go to question number 26. Main features of a partnership is A, limited liability, B, lack of corporate existence, C, unlimited membership, D, lack of mutual confidence. One of the main features of a partnership is what? Lack of corporate resistance. Let's go to question number 27. An arrangement by independent firms to share the market of their product on quota basis is referred to as dash. Let's take that question again. 27. An arrangement by independent firms to share the market of their product on quota basis is referred to as that. The answer is D, cartel. Let's go to number 28. An illegal arrangement by manufacturers to control the price or condition of sale in a product is dash. Get the question again. An illegal arrangement by manufacturers to control the price or condition of a sale in a product is A, ring, B, factoring, C, question number 29. A public company with an authorized capital of 60,000 naira issued 36,000 naira shares at 150 kobo each. The question is, what is its capital? Look at it again. A public company with an authorized capital of 60,000 naira issued 36,000 naira shares at 150 kobo each. What is its capital? C, 54,000 naira. Number 30. One of the functions of NASIMA is dash. Negotiating with labor unions in matters of wages and condition of service. B, pooling of members' resources for a long-term investment. Disseminating information to members on matters relating to tariff. Ensuring uniformity in labor matters and industrial relationship. Which one is the functions of NASIMA? D, ensuring uniformity in labor matters and industrial relations. Number 31. A characteristic of money which ensures that its value is not lost is what? Black money. Characteristics of money that ensures that its value is not lost is what? Really depends on which one is the correct answer. Question number 32. Stop. Let's go to question number 30. Let's go to question number 33. 33. Short question number 33. A prerequisite for admission into the second tier security market is a company to dash. The answer is make 10% of its equity share available to the public for subscription. Question number 34. The three components of staffing are. Question number 34. The three components of staffing are. The answer is D. Recruitment, selection, and placement. When they recruit, you select and then you place. Question 35. Which of the following is a matter of personal preference on the part of a superior office? Question number 35. Personal preference part of a superior officer. The answer is C. Delegation of authority. Unity of command is not the right answer. Span of authority is not the right answer. Unity of direction is not the right answer. The answer is delegation of authority. Let's go to question number 36. Question number 36. The conversion of raw materials into finished goods, leading to the creation of what? A. Form utility, product utility, possession utility, place utility. Question 36. Answer is A. Form utility. Let's go to question 37. Question 37. The main concern of marketing concept is to dash. The main concern of marketing concept is to dash. B. Identify consumer needs and satisfy them. Number 38. The best pricing strategy for a company that produces warm clothing is what? The best buy pricing. C, variable pricing. D, product line pricing. That is question 38. D, product line pricing. It says the best pricing strategy for a company that produces warm clothing. Let's clean this and go to question 30. 38. Okay, no, 39 now. Question 39. The deliberate and sustained effort of an organization towards the creation of goodwill for its products and services is through A, public relation, advertising, sales promotion, rebranding. The answer is public relation. Let's go to question number 40. 40. The label on a product such as Pampers. The label on a product such as Pampers is a type of A, trademark, branding, packaging. Patient's right, brand is a trademark. Trademark is the label of a product such as Pampers is a type of trademark. Let's go to 41. An opportunity to reject a binding contract at will by a third party is said to be dash. An opportunity to reject a binding contract at will by a third party is said to be viable contract, valid contract, quasi contract, conditional contract, viable contract. Question number 42. An agency contract must involve A, principal and a consumer, B, a principal and a producer, C, a principal and a third party. That is question number 42. And D is what? A principal and an agent. Luckily, the answer is D, a principal and an agent is our answer. Question 43. The difference between trademark and patient's right is that the latter, the difference between trademark and patient's right is that what? Confers monopoly on a product. That is the answer. Question 44. Which of the following is a function of a consumerism? Which of the following is a function of consumerism? Answer is protecting consumers' rights. Answer is A. 45. 45. A printed copy of a process information from the computer is the dash hard copy. A printed copy of process information from the computer is the hard copy. The unprinted one is the soft copy. The answer is what? G, hard copy. Let's go to 46. Question number 46. The central working system of a problem. The major problem that cyber cafes are facing. A, advanced fee for by clients. B, poor reporting cyber cafe operators. That's question 47. The answer is C, high operating costs. High operating costs. Question 47. A device that enables the downloading of information from the internet is called floppy drive, compact disc, modem, Bluetooth. What is the name of a device that enables the downloading of information from the internet? Is called modem. Question 49. Question 49. In e-banking, ATM means ATM means A, authentic teller machine, B, automatic teller machine, C, all-purpose teller machine, D, automated teller machine. The answer is D. That is in e-banking. ATM means automated teller machine. One way by which a business can discharge its social responsibility to its community is dash. One way by which business can discharge its social responsibility to its community is dash. Hold monthly meeting of its customers? No. Building houses for executives? No. Award scholarship to staff children? No. Build public health centers? D, that is the correct answer. It's one way which a business can discharge its social responsibility. Social responsibility. is to build health centers for the community. So, okay, let's clean this. Let's clean this. Let's clean this. Okay. Paper type. This paper type is C. Which question paper type of comment is given to you? This we are answering type C. Remember the other time we answered type B. This type C. Question number 2. Question number 2. The most important function of comments is dash. The most important function of comments is dash. A. Enhancing business relationship. B. Helping people to improve their profit. C. Facilitating exchange among individuals and firms. D. Assisting trade through banking and insurance. Which one is the right answer? Enhancing business relationship, helping people to improve their profit, facilitating exchange among individuals and firms, assisting trade through banking and insurance. C. Alright, let's go to UTME 2012 comments question. The paper type is purple. Which question paper type of comments as indicated above is given to you? A. Type green, type purple, type red, and type yellow. As you can see, look at the answer is type purple. So let's check purple. B. Number 2, the answer is generating revenue for growth and development. If you know comments, then define what is comments. What major benefits of comments? You know that one of the major advantages, merit, benefits of comments is to generate revenue for growth and development. Number 3, an example of an activity in the construction industry. An example of an activity in the construction industry. You know what construction industry is all about. One of the activities that happened there is what? A. Blacksmithing. B. Bricklaying. C. Car assembly. B. Shoe making. Construction company. An example of activity that happens in construction company: blacksmithing, bricklaying, car assembly, shoe making. Question number 3. The answer is C. Car assembly. Question number 4. One of the input in production that can be motivated by remuneration, work hard. They can increase your boss can increase your salary. That is level. Number 5. The allocation of tasks to different skills in a production process is referred to as what? The allocation of tasks to different skills in a production process is referred to as dash. Question number 5. C. Division of labor. Those days, what is division of labor? Division of labor is allocation of tasks. The sales of goods through a medium that accepts money and delivers the item to the customer is called A. An automated teller machine. No, the answer is B. A vending machine. Number 7. The main purpose of branding is to dash. What is the main purpose of branding? What is the main purpose of branding? You know what is branding? That's what is branding. What is the purpose of branding? It's number 7. Create identity for a product. If we need to see other options, make a product look attractive, create product awareness, increase sales volume. The answer is A. Create identity for a product. If a product has a branding, it's creating identity. Whenever you come across such product with the branding, you know, yes, this is this product. The main purpose of branding is to create identity for a product. Any product that doesn't have branding don't have identity. Let's go to the next question. Number 6. Number 8. The basis for international trade is embedded on the principle of dash. Question number 8. The basis of international trade is embedded in the principle of dash. Absolute advantage, globalization, deregulation, comparative advantage. International trade. The basis for international trade is embedded in the principle of dash, comparative advantage. Let's go to number 9. The major problem encountered in international trade is D. Difference in currency. International trade, difference in currency. When you use your naira, you are buying you're buying from people that are using dollar. One of the major challenges you have is difference in currency because your own currency and their own currency is not the same. That's why it's called international trade. Let's go to number 10. Number 10 question says, the document a seller uses in dispatching goods to a customer by a carrier is called dash. A. Bill of lading. B. An invoice. C. An advice note. D. A delivery note. A delivery note. You all know this. This is the document a seller uses in dispatching goods to a customer. Let's go to number 11. Number 11. A document which serves as an order with details of goods required by an intending purchaser is called a freight note, an index, a bill of lading, a way bill. What is the name of the document which serves as an order with details of goods required by an intending purchaser? That is called what? An index. An index is a document which serves as an order with details of goods required by an intended purchaser. Let's go to number 12. Number 12 says, if a customer pays within 9 days of receiving goods, look at the question again. If a customer, you as a customer, pays within 9 days of receiving goods and take advantage of 3% of the invoice price, this is stated as dash. Look at answers again. Let me take the first one. If a customer pays within 9 days of receiving goods and take advantage of 3% of the invoice price, this is stated as dash. 2 over 9 30. The answer is D. Number 13. This is the answer. 2 over 9 30. Number 13. Which of the following is a characteristics of a bearer check? A. It is made with transverse line. B. It is made payable to whoever presents it. C. It is made without transverse line. D. B. Persuasive advertising. No. C. Informative advertising. Yes. Informative advertising is the most effective type of advertising for branded products. Let it be informative so that the viewers can get the information we are trying to pass across to them. Let's go to question number 16. A current account holder pays fees for services in form of, this one is very simple. A current account holder pays fees for services in form of bank charges. Yes. Interest rate, no. Commission on turnover, no. Minimum landing rate, no. Question number 17. Printed messages sent by cable are recorded as what? Telegram. It's not SMS, it's not TLS, it's MMS. Printed messages sent by cable are recorded as what? Telegram. Question number 18. Communication is relevant to business activities because why is communication relevant to business activities? A. Creates wealth for people. No. B. Reduces the cost and risk of traveling. Yes. Connect people. Communication is relevant to business activities because it reduces the cost and risk of traveling. You have to be here to communicate to someone that is down here or someone in another state or another country instead of you traveling all the way from Lagos to Kaduna. So you have to use your communication to reduce the cost and risk of travel. Number 19. The right of an insurance company to stand in place of an insured against a third party who is liable for the occurrence of a loss is the principle of A. Proximate cost. No. B. Insurable interest insured against a third party. The insurance against a third party and who is also liable for the occurrence of a loss is the principle of insurance insurance. Let's go to question number 20. Question number 20. Assurance is different from insurance. Look at the two words here. Assurance and insurance. Assurance is different from insurance. And that the former is based on probability, no. Possibility, risk. This is the correct answer. Assurance is different from insurance. And that the former is based on what? Risk. Let's go to question number 21. You have to claim this so that you don't get confused. Question number 21. A person who undertakes life insurance is said to be an insurer, assured. C. A person who undertakes life insurance, as I am, I undertake a life insurance. I am said to be who? Insurer, no. Assurer, no. Assured, yes, I'm the person. Then, question number 22. Question number 22. Sorry, this answer is insured. I'm insured, not assured. Question number 22. Tourism serves the purpose of cross-cultural understanding and peaceful interaction, opening values for living the country, economic development and naturalization, exploiting the country's natural endowment. That is question number 22. Tourism serves the purpose of what? A. Cross-cultural understanding and peaceful interaction. B. Opening values for living the country. No. C. Economic development and naturalization. No. D. Exploiting the country's natural endowment. (23) The type of letters that are delivered through the normal mail or by email express service is referred to as dash. Question number 23 is referred to as dash. Email letters, express letters. 24. Clean this. Question number 20. A business organization that exploits the capabilities of a member to remedy the weakness of another is called what? Question number 24. A business organization that exploits the capability of a member to remedy the weakness of another is called cooperative. Cooperative is a business organization that exploits the capability of a member. Number 25. The most important business objective is to dash. The most important, did not say the less, the most important business objective is dash. A. Improve investment for the business. That is question number 25, and the answer is C. C. Target consumers for satisfaction. That is the most important business objective. If not, you won't make sales. Number 26. In case of liquidation of public limited liability company, remember public limited liability company this time. In case of liquidation of public limited cumulative preference shareholders, debenture holders, question number 26. The answer is D. They are the ones that are being paid first. Question number 27. A feature common to public and private limited liability company is that a feature common to both public and private limited liability company. One of the features that is common to both these two, public and private limited liability companies, what? A. Both can sue and be sued. B. The minimum number of their published for public use. That is question 27. The answer is A. Where is that A? Both can sue and be sued. Question 28. A business organization can obtain long-term financing through, the scale of shares. That is the answer. Not bank overdraft. Question what? Question number 29. The portion of the authorized share capital given out to the public for subscription is called what? Call-up capital, issued capital, yes. At least you know this, paid up capital and reserve capital. That is the portion of the authorized share capital given out to public for subscription. The type of capital that is given out to public for subscription is called issued capital. Let's go to question number 30. Question number 30. A company has an authorized capital of 40 million shares. Take your time and read the question again. A company has an authorized capital of 40 million shares at 1 naira each, out of which 32 million are issued and fully paid up. What happens to the remaining 8 million shares? Question number 30. It has been issued but not paid up. It has been applied for but not issued. It is not paid up. It has not yet been issued. A company has an authorized capital of 40 million shares at 1 naira each, out of which 32 are issued. Remember, 32 are issued and fully paid up. What happens to top was 49,600. Determine the turnover. The turnover is 198,400. The turnover of the company in 1999 was 4 times, while the average stock was 49,600. Determine the turnover. Now, 32. Giving. Look at this. Giving. Opening stock 1,800. Purchases 2,800. Sales 8,000. Closing stock 300 stock. Giving opening stock 1,800 naira. Purchases 2,800 naira. Sales 8,000 naira. Closing stock 350 naira. Carriage on sales 500. Calculate the value of unused stock. A 800. B 500. C 350. D 320. The answer is what? Is C 350. Question number 33. The main objective of a trade association is what? A. Protect its member against litigation. B, boost the trade of each member. C, secure credit for each members. D, protect each members against victimization. What is the main objective of a trade association? Trade association, the main objective is this. Question number 35. The promotion and protection of trade industry and agriculture through trade fair is a function of dash. The promotion and protection of trade industry and agriculture through trade fairs is a function of that. Question 34 is a function of that. NACRDP, NACIMA, the Consumer Protection Council, the Chamber of Commerce. The promotion and the protection of trade industry and agriculture through trade fairs is a function of the Chamber of Commerce. Dealing imported securities on the Nigerian Stock Exchange is restricted to authorized companies, brokers, investors, principals. Question number 35. The answer is what? D, brokers. Question 36. Securities that entitle the investor to coupon rates are bond, equities, warrants, treasury bills. Question number 36. The securities that entitle the investor to coupon rates is what? Equities. Question 37. Under what management function will the motivation of employees fall? Under what management function will the motivation of employees fall? A, staffing. B, controlling. C, organizing. D, directing. Question 37. Under which management function will the motivation of employees fall? The promotion of team spirit in an organization is referred to as dash. Aspect, unity of purpose, and discipline. That's question number 38. Question 39. One of the characteristics of a good organizational chart is that it should be what? A, be rigid, show government policy, facilitate communication. D, be acceptable. Clean this. An organization which focuses on consumer satisfaction is practicing, any organization that focuses on consumer satisfaction is practicing what? What is it practicing? That is question number 40. Any organization that focuses on consumer satisfaction is practicing what? Marketing concepts. Question 41. Good. The middleman. Which one? The channel of distribution. Goods and services are made available. If you know the channel of distribution, the goods and services are made available to consumers through the what? Channel of distribution. Then a person who in consideration for an extra commission takes responsibility for goods sold on credit factor. Who is the person? The person who in consideration for an extra commission takes responsibility of goods sold on credit. And in case that's question 42, is there a great agent? 43. Yahaya bought a piece of furniture on a credit sale agreement from Ahmed and sold it to Ali before all installments were made. The reason for judgment was what? Ownership was transferred on completion on installment. No. Ownership was transferred on delivery. That is question number 43. Ownership was transferred on delivery. 44. The body which ensures that consumers are protected against harmful products in Nigeria. The body that ensures that consumers are protected against harmful products in Nigeria is what? A. NAFDAC. B. NDLEA. C. SON. D. CPC. Which one? The body. Question. That is NAFDAC. That is the body that is responsible that consumers are protected. Question number 45. Question number 45. The process of decoding data in a computer is known as what? The process of decoding data in a computer is known as what? Dilation, default decryption, and data packages. Question 46. Utility programs. 47. Question 47. Computers that processes all data as binary zeros and one are digital computer. We all know this. Analog computer can do that. Question 48. Modern means of payment is greatly facilitated by modern. That is new, something that's called modern. Modern means of payment. Question 48. Modern means of payment is greatly facilitated by e-commerce, paper money, e-banking, credit transfer is e-banking. Question 49. The provision of quality and safe products which guarantee the health of consumers in an example of dash. The provision of quality and safe products which guarantee the health of consumers is an example of dash. A. Quality control. B. Price control. C. Civic control. D. Social health of consumers. Then the last question, which is question number 50. A business organization must always consider the overall effect of its action on dash. Overall effect of its action on profit. It's not competitor, it's not the product, it's not the society. A business organization must always consider the overall effect of its action on the dash. A. For competitor. B. Product. C. Profit. D. Society. The answer is should I continue? Let's type D. Let's just leave it like this. Okay, let me say that continue. Okay, the next one will be this that I deal with that. So let's put it together. Let's take a short break. Okay. Paper type D. Let's just take a short break. When we are back, just a few seconds. When we are back, then we continue. Thank you. You can start from one. But it's still like it's still correct. That's the paper type thing, right? Okay. So I want to just sit down. I've seen the yes, I've seen it. I've seen the empty. It's going to left. It came out. And those things, everything is still captured. It's not where the light is not touched. Okay. Okay. So should bring the option once that's necessary. They're not supposed to. What is the which has question from us? Not supposed to. So we do all of them. We're not supposed to give them anything. We're just supposed to tell them a question from. I just changed it from one PDF to Word. We didn't have to submit. Yes. It's okay. But like this is still okay. Sure. No, like this is not okay. If you copy the she will treat it. Now, the mistake you'll be making, when you want to treat one question, not just for you to give a question or contact the person and no, explain something about it. Like that one you say to challenge your solution. Mention of challenge. Go say how detail, you mention the challenge before you go to the you understand? Discuss it. It's the truth. I will see every time. The government is supporting. That's why I called her to take some will take you. Some will take the church. Let her go to the comment. Someone can take the church. No, take the church. And I said to the patient, oh, I told this patient, so that he didn't experience. You know, when I called that time, it was later that she told me that it's why you it wasn't. She wasn't in the group. I didn't know. It was today that I know that she wasn't added on that group. So they are not getting the information. I'm not supposed to call you. If you are on the you will see the information. People like him was also confused. Like I've changed this time to the one and she didn't know. So no one you there are some options.
the people are like two or three that come, it's not correct. They're not correct. So assuming somebody will have come maybe before class, somebody says for this one, and even if people they really want them, anything correct. So I want to know them like anything. In fact, this place should carry just one. This place, yeah, because this is like a many pages, 40 something. This complete is going to carry just one or two of them, which you can something. But they can treat it. When she finish, come to the place. Yes. Because this one she's watching, reading the thing just like you're reading something. It's not like that. You know, it's a lot of music. It's not going to give like this one they say equation, the one which equation type of commas, then the expansion to execute 5 slides for one equation. Means that I are looking at 200 slides for one something. Because of time, not that I arrange this PowerPoint and say, if you have system, you can always arrange it. That's what I told them to do it. I have some that are already inside slides. So I already inside the slides. They have to come up. Small presentations. All this one I raised, they can't even do one. If you know all the material, the one that's simple. Okay, so arrange it. The slides. Okay, so arrange it. Nothing's just like slides. Let's do it slides. You want to write. And there are spaces like this. Anyone who has to do questions are very interesting. I don't want to. I'm looking for it. And then I want to show it.
Hi, welcome back. Let's continue. We're looking at paper type D. That's comments, paper type D. The number one question. Which question paper type of comments is to use? Look at the answer here. That is question type D. Answer is E. Type D is the one that you answer now. Number two question. The type of labor that makes use of physical effort in production processes is called what? The type of labor that makes use of physical effort in production process is called what? It's unskilled labor, skilled labor, blue collar job, white collar job. No, the answer is unskilled labor. You know, your skilled labor is the one that makes use of physical effort, your physical effort in production process. You have to be the one to do it yourself. That is. Then number three, the assembling of products into usable form. The assembling of products into usable form is known as what? Number one, that is option A is what? Creation. B, manufacturing. C, construction. D, formation. The answer is what? Construction. when you are sampling product into usable form. And D, retailing. Question number 4. The answer is what? The final link in the chain of distribution. The answer is consumer. So they call them final consumer. That is the final link. Consumer is the final link in the chain of distribution. Let's go to question number 5. A country is, question number 5, this one. A country is said to be experiencing an unfavorable balance of trade if her exports exceed imports. Visible export exceed visible import. Imports and exports are equal. Visible imports exceed visible exports. Number 5, a country is said to be experiencing an unfavorable balance of trade if her visible imports exceed visible exports. The answer is D. Question number 6. Trading position in Nigeria, that is, trading position in Nigeria is the same as her desire to trade with many countries, willingness to grant credit to foreigners, balance of trade, and D, terms of trade. Question number 6, desire to trade with many countries, trading position in Nigeria. Let's go to question number 7. You have to complete this. I go to question number 7. Question number 7. Okay, is here. This. The role of customs and exercise authority include, you know, the customs service. What is their role? We want to find out their role now. A, provision of good transport system to facilitate import and export. Is it the duty of customs to provide good transport system to facilitate import and export? B, provision of security at the port. C, control of flow of goods in and out of the country. D, provision of dockyards for ship repairs. Question number 7. Which one is the work of the customs? Control of flow of in and out of the country. Whenever you see customs, that is their work. They control the flow of goods, how goods enters and how goods goes out of the country. That is the work of the customs. Let's go to question number 8. The document lodged with customs authority before a ship can leave the port is A. Get the question again. The document lodged with the customs authorities before a ship can leave the port is called what? A, shipping note. B, ship report. C, ship manifest. D, dock warrant. The answer is ship manifest. Ship manifest. What is ship manifest? It's a document lodged with the customs authorities before a ship can leave the port. Question number 9. Question number 9 is the document which must be endorsed by the ambassador of a country let's take it again. The document which must be endorsed by the ambassador of a country of destination before shipment of goods is a consular invoice, certificate of origin, bill of landing, close-in debt. Question number 9. Certificate of origin is a document which must be endorsed by the ambassador of a country of destination before shipment of goods. That is certificate of origin. Let's go to question number 10. You have to create this and go to question number 10 now. Question number 10. A country's terms of trade are said to improve when the ratio of her export. Take it again. A country's terms of trade are said to improve when the ratio of her exports decreases. The answer is increases. Any country, a country's terms of trade, as you understand, not what is being imported into our country, but when the country trade is said to be improved, when the ratio of her exports do what? Increases. Question number 11. Let's go there. Which of the following advertising medium appeals to only the literate in the society? We are talking about the literate in the society now. Which advertising medium appeals to them? We're not talking about literate and illiterate. No, the literate in the society. Which advertising media appeals to them? A, radio advertising. B, print media advertising. C, television advertising. D, cinema advertising. The answer is print media advertising. Print media, the literate, they can read, they will understand. The information is being passed. They will understand, they will comprehend the information being passed. It's print media advertising. Illiterate can't get the information being passed through print media. Let's go to question number 12. The two main forms of communication are A, oral and written. B, verbal and non-verbal. C, email and fax. D, tradition and what? Modern. The answer is B, verbal and non-verbal communication. We have two main forms of communication, verbal and non-verbal. When you are talking, question number 13. Short question number 13. Question number 13 is this. The most reliable and efficient means of conveying urgent documents is through what? The most reliable and efficient means of conveying urgent documents is what? A, postal order. B, ordinary letter. C, registered letters. D, carrier services. That is question number 13. Carrier services is the most reliable and efficient means of conveying urgent documents. Carrier services, you can see them, they are the ones responsible in conveying urgent documents. Question number 14. An undertaking given by a person to another assuring his integrity is called what? Question number 14 is called fidelity guarantee. An undertaking. 15. We are going to use the table below to answer question 15 and 16. Look at the table. Study the table very well. The table is name, insured amount, actual value, actual loss, Mr. N, Mr. R, Mr. P. Mr. N insured amount is 25,000 and the actual value is 100,000 and the actual loss is 30,000. Then Mr. P insured amount is 40,000, actual value is 150,000 and actual loss is 50,000. His compensation will be 5,000, 7,500, 70,000, 7,000. The answer is B, 7,500. If it takes a fire insurance policy average clause, his compensation will be this. That is for Mr. N. Then, the question number 16. Let's go to 16. We are using the table to answer question 15 and 16. Question number 16. What insurance principle has Mr. P violated if he decides to overstate the actual value of his property? If this Mr. P, where is Mr. P? Look at Mr. P here. What insurance policy has he violated if he decides to overstate the actual value of his property? You know the actual value of Mr. P property is 150,000. If he decides to overstate the actual value of his property, what insurance principle has he violated? That's question number 16. A, indemnity, insurable interest, obliquity, and subtraction. That's question number 16. And the answer is obliquity. 17. The difference between indemnity insurance and non-indemnity insurance is that the latter provides cover for exporters against risk, cover for importers against risk, full payment to the insured, consolation payment to the insured. Question number 17. Which one is the difference between indemnity insurance and non-indemnity insurance? This one they're talking about indemnity insurance and non-indemnity insurance. Consolation payment to the what? Insured. Question number 18. Let's go there. Question number 18. In order to increase the capital owned, a sole trader may seek for bank loan, issue debentures, acquire extra shop fitting on credit. That is question number 19. Draw less of his profit for personal use. Question number 20. A business partner who provides capital but abstains from participation in administration of a firm. Participation in administration of a firm is who? A, general partner. B, nominal partner. C, secret partner. D, dormant partner. Well, the answer is what? Dormant partner. He provides capital but abstains from participation and administration of a firm. Question number 21. Which of the following will not be stated for a memorandum of association? Which of the following will not be stated in a memorandum of what? Association? That is question 21. We have A, name clause, right of shareholders, object clause, registered office. Object clause. Let's go to question number 22. I want to claim this is what? The amount of authorized capital that shareholders have subscribed to is called what? Question number 22 is called P. Authorized share capital. Authorized share capital is the amount of authorized capital that shareholders have subscribed to. Let's go to question number 23. The rate of turnover of a firm in a given year is 5 times. Get the question again. The rate of turnover of a firm in a given year is 5 times, while the average stock is 12,500. What is the turnover of the firm? Question number 23. The rate of turnover of a firm in a given year is 5 times, while the average stock is 12,500. What is the turnover of the firm? We have the answer is 62,500. 5 times, while the average stock is 12,500. 12,500. What is the turnover of the firm? 62,500. The turnover of the firm is given in a year is 5 times. While the average stock is this. Then the turnover of the firm is what? 62,500. A lawyer that defrauds his clients may be deroged by the Nigerian Bar Association. That is question number 24. Let's go there. A lawyer that defrauds his clients may be deroged of the Nigerian Bar Association in order to dash A, protect other lawyers. That's question number 24. Protect other lawyers. B, protect the integrity of the association. C, compensate the affected client. D, prevent the client from suing the association. The answer is B, protect the integrity of the association. Because if the Nigerian Bar Association did not do that, to speak bad of their association. Number 25. In the Nigerian GSM industry, a parliament is organized by the Nigerian Communication Commission in order to A, increase profit of service providers, B, protect the interests of government, C, encourage more people into the business, D, protect the interests of consumers. In the Nigerian GSM industry, a parliament is organized by the Nigerian Communication Commission in order to protect the interests of the consumers. That is the work of NCC, Nigerian Communication Commission. Let's go to the next one. Number 26. Trade fair. We have to claim this. Number 26. Trade fairs in Nigeria are organized. Trade fairs. Who are the people that organize trade fairs in Nigeria? A, the federal government. B, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. C, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. D, Chamber of Commerce. Chamber of Commerce that organizes trade fairs in Nigeria. Number 27. Money is generally accepted for transaction. Do you know what the legal backing, the rule of law, its acceptability in the global market, the central bank governor's signature? Question number 27. Money is generally accepted for transaction due to the legal backing. Money has legal backing. Let's go to question number 28. Ladies. 28. Which of the following is a quality of money? Which of the following here now is a quality of money? You know the quality of money? Availability, scarcity, indivisibility, convertibility. Question number 28. Which one is equality of what? Money. Availability. Money must be available. Scarcity, indivisibility. Come no, those ones are not correct. This is the correct answer. Let's go to question number 29. Money can simply be transferred. No, money can simply be referred to as a what? Money can be simply be referred as a measure of value. Guild A securities are issued mainly by. What about Guild A securities? Who are they? These are issued mainly by who? Individual, non-governmental organization, government, multinational company. Who are the Guild A securities? And they are who? They are issued mainly by who? That's question number 30. They are issued mainly by government. Government are the one that issue Guild A securities. Let's go to question number 31. And I'm to this. Question number 31. The initial function of a manager is, what is the function of a manager? You know now. Setting up an organization, coordinating, planning, provision of welfare package. That is question number 31. The initial function of, all these things are functions of manager, but we're talking about this. The initial function of a manager, question number 31, is what? Coordinating. This is the initial function of a manager, is the one that coordinates. Question number 32. The most suitable organizational structure for small or medium-sized enterprises is what? The most suitable organizational structure. Which one is the most suitable organizational structure for small or medium-sized enterprise? A. Line structure. B. Staff structure. C. Committee structure. D. Functional structure. Question number 32. Line structure is the most stable organizational structure for small or medium-sized enterprise. Let's go to question number 33. In a staff authority relationship, they're talking about staff authority relationship. The opinion of a specialist in one department to another department is called what? A directive, an advice, a command, a delegation is called an advice. In a staff authority relationship, the opinion of a specialist in one department to another is called what? An advice. It's an advice, not a directive. Remember, it's a staff, but it's a specialist in one department. So whatever he says, since he's a specialist in that department, it's an advice. It's not a command. He will not command everybody. Why? Because he's a staff. So any specialist advice he gives is called what? It's an advice. So let's go to 34. Management of a business involves development of ideas. How can you manage? Involves development of ideas for the A. Distribution of goods and services that human want. B. Transportation of goods and services that human want. C. Transfer of title of ownership of goods and services to individual. D. Production of goods and services that satisfy human need. Question 34. Production of goods and services that satisfy human need. Management of business involved. How can you manage your business? Involve the development of ideas for the production of goods and services that satisfy human need. Question number 35. Which of the following is used as a pricing policy? Question 35. Which of the following is used as a pricing policy? The answer is market scheming. Market scheming is used as a pricing policy. The essential utility derived from the use of a product is known as. The essential utility derived from the use of a product is known as. Question number 36 is known as core benefit. The essential utility derived from the use of a product. What is the utility derived from the use of a product is known as core benefit. The core benefit is essential utility. The breaking down of a market into separate and identifiable elements is known as differentiation, segmentation. You know, this is segmentation. This is a common definition of segmentation. The breakdown of a market into separate and identifiable elements is known as segmentation. Let's go to question number 38. Question number 38. I'll have to explain this. A contract that is acknowledged before the law court is referred to as dash. A contract that is acknowledged before the law court is known as formal contract. Informal is not acknowledged before the law court, it's formal. Question 39. An agent employed to sell goods delivered to him by the principal is referred to as dash. Question number 39. An agent who is employed to sell goods delivered to him by the principal is referred to as that. Their federal agent is the answer. Special agent, no. Don't mistake this for this. Question number 40. A motor dealer who agreed to sell a car to Mr. S. A motor dealer agreed to sell a car to who? To Mr. S. But deliver it to Mr. Y on the delivery date agreed with Mr. S. He has discharged the contract by what? Look at the question. Question number 40. A motor dealer who agreed to sell a car to Mr. S. He agreed to sell a car to Mr. S, but delivered it to Mr. Y. Instead of Mr. S, he now delivered it to Mr. Y. On the delivery date agreed with Mr. S. He has discharged the contract by what? A. Performance. B. Frustration. C. An agreement. D. Breach. It's a breach of contract. He's supposed to deliver it to Mr. S, but he delivered it to Mr. Y. On the delivery date agreed with Mr. S is called breach. He has discharged the contract by breach. Let's go to number 34 and this. Question number 34. Question number 41. Sorry, 41. Consultation. You know, a contract can be terminated through consultation. You don't need to fight over it. You don't need to kill anybody. The proper way to terminate a contract is through consultation. All the people involved terminate the contract. That's all. 42. The right to retain possession of goods until the contract price is paid. The right to retain possession of goods until the contract price is paid is referred to as what? Is referred to as a promise. Ultra violet, no, breach, no, please answer. The right to retain possession of goods until the contract price is paid. Let's go to question number 43. The sole legal right held by the author to publish his book. What is the sole legal right held by the author to publish his book? Who is an author? Someone that writes books. The sole legal right held by the author to publish his book. Question number 43 is called trademark, copyright, patent right, bookmark is copyright. A sole legal right held by the author to publish his book. Whenever you come across a book, you see copyright advice. The legal right held by the author to publish his book. You don't publish another person's book without his permission. Question number 44. The process of transferring data from one computer to another. Question number 44 is called what? Transferring data from one computer to another is called what? Downloading, faxing, browsing, decoding. It's called downloading. When you transfer data from one computer to another, you download it from one computer to another. It's not browsing. Question number 45. The physical component of a computer system is A. Software, B. Hardware, C. Hard disk, D. Floppy disk. The monitor, we can touch it. For those software, those ones that we cannot see, those ones that we cannot touch, we can see but we can't touch them. They are the software, but the ones we can see is a computer accessory through which information can be retrieved is the dash. A. Hard disk, B. Input device, C. Control unit, D. Floppy disk. Question 46. A computer accessory through which information can be retrieved. If you lost an information in a computer, there is another accessory through which you can retrieve such information. It's called floppy disk. Hard disk, input disk, control unit, floppy disk. You can retrieve information through a floppy disk. Question number 45. The type 47, sorry. Look at question number 47, it's here. Question 47. The type of computer software used mainly for management information. The type of CorelDRAW, AutoCAD, database, WordPerfect. The answer is database. You don't use CorelDRAW for management information. CorelDRAW is all about drawing. It's database. Question number 48. To meet security requirements before getting, can we see all the options? To meet security requirements before getting, and you have to clean this so that you will not be confused. To meet security requirements before getting access to data, a computer operator supplies A, an email address, B, a Yahoo address, C, a password, D, 49, a password which you can remember if in case you want to go to that better again. Number supply, product, rival. A major factor that affects business operation. A major factor, even in Nigeria, that affects business operation is what? Technology, supply, product, rival. Water pollution, air pollution, political unrest. The environmental hazard that is most difficult to control is air pollution. Right now, we find it difficult to control air pollution for now. So